This week, I'm on a solo trip to Amsterdam with one night in Germany. This is the 6th time that I've been here. I've been to the Netherlands 7 times. I just love it here. If there was anywhere apart from Scotland that I would love to live, it would definitely be here. So I'm going to take you around some cool and alternative things to do while you're in Amsterdam. So let's go! I've put together a list of 10 alternative things to do when you visit Amsterdam. Go kayaking on the canals. I'm going to go kayaking with a company called Kayak in Amsterdam. I'm so excited because I've never been kayaking before, and to do it the first time on a canal is going to be amazing. I've been on boats in the canals before, but I've never been in a kayak, so let's go. If you're adventurous at all, I definitely recommend that you go kayaking in the canals. We kayaked around the Jordan area for 1 hour, which was €65. It's the first time I've ever kayaked, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit tricky at first. I was lucky to go in the kayak with the instructor though, so he really helped us out. He was really informative and told us lots of interesting facts as we paddled around. I was just so happy not to get hit by any boats, as the canals can get quite busy at times, and also I'm just really glad that we didn't capsize as well. I would 100% recommend this to do. It's so much fun, and it's one of the best ways that I have ever seen the beautiful city of Amsterdam. Take a boat trip with those damn boat guys. I'm just about to go on a boat trip with those damn boat guys. It looks like they're a right good laugh. I think it was about €37 for 90 minutes, so let's go see. The boat trip was so much fun. We took a route past Central Station and further east towards the zoo. We even caught a glimpse of the giraffes. How cool! Our guide also pointed out some nesting white storks on the chimney of a building. So cool! The scenery there is stunning. It's so green and lush. Then we headed back into the beautiful canals for a leisurely cruise back to the Jordan area. That was awesome. I've never laughed so much before. These guys are comedians. If you book one boat trip while you're here, let it be this one. There was only 8 of us on the boat, so that was so much nicer than one of those huge boats that you see going up and down the canals, and there was lots of banter to be had. They asked us if there was somewhere special we wanted to go, but we were happy for them just to guide us. A must do if you're in Amsterdam. Stay in an old authentic canal house right in the heart of the city. So I've just checked into my Airbnb. I've actually stayed here before and I came back because I really love this space. So if you want to have a look, we have a nice big loft apartment here with a little kitchen area. I can just show you. We have a wee kitchen. In here we have bathroom, shower. This hatch does go down, so there's not a hole all the time. Bed here, dining room table here, living room, and one of the best parts about this place is the view. Just have a look at the canal view. Lovely. Great for people watching, and it's such a lovely day. I mean, it's like 30 degrees. So that's why I look a little bit flustered. I've just walked here with my suitcase. A quirk of staying in the top floor of an old canal house is the steep, narrow staircase, which is not for the faint-hearted, but an adventure nonetheless. Just like in Scotland, the weather here can change in an instant, so I'm glad I was indoors when this thunderstorm was passing. Always take an umbrella. Go to see a gig. I went to the Ziggo Dome in Amsterdam to see Green Day. The crowd was amazing. I love going to see gigs in different countries. The vibe is always great and everyone's just having a good time. There was little mosh pits forming and I loved every minute of it. So much fun. I've been here before to see Velvet Revolver many years ago and the sound quality here is great. I think I managed to get second or third row from the front and I had a great view of the band. The band were absolutely amazing. They played all the classic songs. It's the third time I've seen them now and they never disappoint. If you've not gone to see them before, you definitely should.
Summer has come and passed. The innocent can have lost. Wake me up when September ends. Streets where the city sleeps and I'm the only one at
If you've never been to a gig abroad, do it. I literally plan my holidays around gigs. Music is awesome.
I don't have that time to love.
Catch the train to another country. It's about 7 in the morning in Amsterdam and I'm just away to go to Central train station because I'm away to get a train to Düsseldorf. Just check out how beautiful this is in the morning with nobody here. The ICE trains are so much better than the trains we have in Scotland. Cheaper, cleaner, and they have a cafe restaurant on board. What's not to love? I just arrived in Düsseldorf. My train was about 40 minutes late, but we still managed to get here with enough time. I'm gonna go to the harbour because I've got a boat trip booked, so let's go. You know me by now, I love a good boat trip and it's an excellent way to see a city and you can sit and relax with a beer while doing so. I've been in Germany several times before, but I've never been to Düsseldorf and it's actually really stunning. Unfortunately, I've got less than 24 hours in the city, so I'm trying to make the most of it while I'm here. Best invention on a day like today. Look at these guys, that's awesome. Düsseldorf is a lovely place to walk around. The buildings and historic centre just looked amazing. I had a wander around a lovely market which I'm sure usually would be busier if it wasn't quite so hot. It sold a good selection of fresh local produce like fruits and vegetables, fresh baked items that smelled amazing, coffee, meats, and a whole load of lovely looking cheeses. I stopped in the shade to catch my breath and cool down a bit at this lovely fountain depicting the Greek god Triton. It's next to a beautiful city canal where I watched the Canada geese cooling off in the water. When I continued up the street, I saw the coolest thing. They have actually learned how to cross the road and get to the grass on the other side. Isn't nature just incredible? I really needed to get out of this heat, so I had a wander into the world of Banksy, as I am a huge fan of the artist. I know the exhibition is all replicas, but it was good to see them all together. Was it worth 18 euros? Probably not, but I really needed to get out of the heat. I'm just a peely-wally Scottish person. I caught the tram to my hotel. It's nothing fancy, it's just quite close to the stadium where I'm gonna watch the live gig tonight. Guys, I'm in my hotel room. I'm just about to leave to go and see Lincoln Park. I'm so excited. I'm so hot just sitting in this room. I'm so sunburned. It's like 36 degrees and I am a Scottish person, so this is awful. I hope it's not gonna be as hot in the gig as it is here. Probably will be, but anyway, this is the last footage I can film because I cannot take this camera in, so you might get some dodgy video footage from my phone. See you later! How cool are these beer vending machines? Germany definitely lives in the future. Today we're going to go up Amsterdam North to go on a canoe, so let's go. The canoe tour is through the Dutch countryside and is run by a company called Wetland Safari. It's called the Canoe Fresh Air Tour that I'm on. It costs 33 euros and it lasts for 2 hours. The last time I was in a canoe, it capsized, so I really hope that it didn't happen this time. The guide was so knowledgeable about the area and the wildlife. We had such great discussions about nature in the Netherlands. There was lots of wildlife to see as well. At the start there was 3 white storks in the field just across from us. There was great crested grebes in the water and also loads and loads of ducks. We came across a herd of really nosy cows and also some nosy goats at the end as well. What a fantastic day! On one of the stops, when our guide was telling us some really interesting information, she actually gave us a stroop waffle to try as well. They are so delicious. The countryside is absolutely beautiful. You must do this if you visit. What a lovely opportunity to get some peace and quiet out of the chaotic city and clear your mind. Canoeing was definitely easier than kayaking, and I shared the canoe with 2 other people, which made it a lot easier as well. We had to navigate under some really tight bridges. We all had to lean backwards and the guide helped us go under. It was definitely one of the more challenging things that we had to do. Definitely an experience, that's for sure. Guys, I think this is honestly one of the most beautiful places that I've ever been in the Netherlands. Where I've just finished my wetland safari canoeing. Imagine living here. This is just absolutely stunning, right in the countryside. Look, there's nothing for miles. It's just reed beds, birds, canoes. It's like living the dream here. It's so peaceful, so quiet. But I'm away to jump on the bus and go back to the city and see what chaos we can get up to next. But that was really cool. That was really calm. I loved it. Look at the smile. I'm just so happy. Let's hope I don't get lost. Okay, bye. Visit one of the largest street markets in the Netherlands. The Albert Kuip market is in the Koel de Pijp neighbourhood. It has over 260 stalls offering all sorts of goods like souvenirs, clothes, flowers, jewellery, art and fresh produce like fruits and vegetables and one of my favourites, cheese. What I go for though is an amazing selection of ready-to-eat food. I've tried things like cannoli before and they are delicious. I've also had poffertjes, the wee pancakes, and they're also very good, and you can't forget stroopwafels. But I came here specifically for one of my favourite Dutch snacks. It's called kibberling, which is fried cod with a mayonnaise-based dipping sauce that usually has things like pickles, capers, lemon juice and herbs. It reminds me of fish and chips back home with tartar sauce. I absolutely love it. It's delicious and I recommend you try it when you visit here. Visit a specialist museum. Amsterdam is just packed with museums, so it's difficult to choose which ones to go to. I'm going to go to this one called the Art Zoo Museum, which just opened at the end of June this year. It's an artistic tribute to the animal kingdom and nature, housed in a 17th century canal house. The museum features taxidermy art of Darwin, Sinke and Van Tongeren. It's really exciting because I love nature and also art, so this museum is right up my street. My favourite piece was these absolutely stunning macaws. They were all around these really old bird cages, all tangled up. And even when you looked on the floor and you could see the reflection of the cages and the parrots, absolutely stunning. What an imagination to come up with something like this. It's just beautiful. This museum is absolutely stunning. The collection on display is something that I've never seen anywhere else before. Every time you turned a corner, you were just amazed with what you were looking at. This is absolutely beautiful. The exhibits are so creative, and each piece must have an incredible story to tell. I loved this room also, which had all these skeletons of birds and anteaters and things. Their skeletons just look amazing, and then it spins round to this huge T-Rex. It's just stunning. It's just a cool contrast between the tiny bird skeletons and the huge T-Rex. This is an amazing museum. There was so much art packed into this little canal house. Even on the walls there was beautiful pictures, and then when you walked into the other rooms, all these just stunning taxidermy animals. The way that the museum has been curated and set out, it just gives you this amazing feeling of an old world time when this was something that people used to do all the time, display their beautiful animals that they found on adventures around the world. Even if you go outside, they've got this absolutely beautiful garden. You can just sit there and relax and take in the day. It's just so beautiful. This is one of my favourite museums I've ever been to in Amsterdam. I would recommend coming here 100%. It's so beautiful. Learn how the canals were built in the Museum of the Canals. The Museum of the Canals is on the same street as the Art Zoo Museum, so handy. The museum looks at the 17th century city expansion project that led to Amsterdam's Ring of Canals, which received UNESCO World Heritage status in 2010. I really enjoyed learning about Amsterdam's history in this museum. You get an audio guide which takes about 40 minutes to go around the whole museum, and you get about 7 minutes in each room. The museum is creatively done. It's quite interactive and uses video, audio and also sculpture to explain the story of Amsterdam's canals. The 17th century canal house is also worth seeing just itself. The period rooms show the different times and the original wall paintings from 1776. I really enjoyed this museum. It was really worthwhile to see and I feel like I learned a lot. It's really not as busy as some of the other larger museums in Amsterdam, so it's really good for a quiet afternoon. Highly recommend it. Get some food from FEBO.
I really wanted to go and sit down and have something to eat, but I'm actually running out of time.
On this trip, I feel like I was rushing about quite a lot and I never had time to sit down and eat proper meals. So what I did instead, and what's really good about Amsterdam, is they have this place called FEBO. It's a fast food place, but some of the food is really delicious. It's so convenient. All you need to do is scan your card, press the button, take the food out, close the flap. Fast food can't get any faster than that. I've tried a lot from FEBO. This time I got cassoufflé, bame and fries with satay sauce. Bame is an Asian-inspired snack with noodles, vegetables, spices and sauce and breaded. It's my favourite and I basically lived on these while I was here. Cassoufflé is a pastry filled with cheese, breaded and fried. Delicious. I thought to try the fries and I was a little disappointed, to be honest. The satay sauce is okay. Next time I'll stick to the croquettes and burgers. FEBO is great if you're like me and rushing around a lot. I definitely recommend it. I couldn't leave the Netherlands without having two of my favourite things together, beer and bitterballen. Bitterballen is a round croquette made from a savoury beef ragu. They are delicious. I need to come back just for these.
That's me wrapping up my Amsterdam video. It's been an absolute blast. If you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Comment if there's somewhere else you think I should have went to. And if not, subscribe for more travel adventures. I'll see you in the next one.